Yes, thank you for still joining me on TMI Tuesday. Addressing road crashes and speed on our roads is basically what we're looking at today. And joining me to discuss this, starting from my extreme left, I have the Edo State FRSC Sector Commander, and he is Corps Commander Henry BENAMAISIA. Thanks for joining me, Commander.
Thank you very much.
And next to him is a road safety consultant, HAWARD AIGBEKAN. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there are issues really waiting for your attention, looking at what we've been having, road crashes in Nigeria, and Edo State in particular.
Yes.
The recent one being the one involved with a tipper and a bus. Now, some are saying that what is the role of the FRSC and how are they alive to their duties in Edo State?
We are alive to our duties. Our role is to ensure that we bring crashes to the minimum and create a safe motoring environment. Now, what we do is that we've been trying as much as possible to ensure that we have public enlightenment, aggressive public enlightenment. But even when you do public enlightenment, it's not every person that understand you. Yeah. So we are pained and we are concerned about what is happening inside the city. Because for some time we'll not be having those kind of crashes inside the city. We know that with the ember months and people are being impatient. So what we've decided that we are going to do from henceforth, that we'll be engaging all stakeholders, just like the tipper garage. We'll be engaging them before, but now we need to make it more stronger and more effective.
Okay, can you say you are fully equipped to carry out your duties? Because we understand that a lot of road crashes, like what you may say, is as a result of overspeeding. And then we keep hearing about the FRSC Commission having speed limiters or devices.
Yes.
Do you deploy them?
No, it is not our duty to deploy the speed limiting devices. They are companies responsible for them, vendors. Ours is to ensure that people...
It's enforced?
Yes, ours is to ensure that it is being enforced.
Do you do that?
Yes, we do that. We do that. But you must know that apart from that, we are not in every place. Because of our strength, we are not in every place. We are not fully...
So you are trying to say that you have some shortfalls, some challenges that you want to address?
Yes, definitely there are challenges.
Okay.
There are challenges. But that does not mean that we are not doing our best.
But can you say those challenges are enough to really truncate your efforts?
No. Those challenges are not enough to truncate our effort, because we are trying as much as possible to ensure that there's enough sensitization within the town.
Okay. Okay.
Both the motor parks, both the churches, both the mosques, and other transport unions that are involved.
Okay.
We do that. It's just like you teaching somebody and the person doesn't understand. It is not everybody that you teach that will come out perfect. Some will pass, some will not pass. We have in the society both good and bad drivers. Okay. But it is on us to ensure that we try as much as possible to discipline those bad drivers once we get them and make them to be responsible enough.
Okay.
But like you're talking about the tipper driver, what we've done with them, because we had a strong sensitization and meeting with them just this Saturday that just passed, that if any of them is involved in road traffic crash from henceforth, there must be a penalty even within the union themselves. As I told, as we are talking now, that Saturday, the chairman of the tipper garage shows 3 of his drivers who disobey some traffic law, and they are being punished. That their vehicles are impounded, that they will not be allowed to go out for some time. 2 of them. Okay. That was this Saturday. So we try as much as possible to ensure that each union, they enforce discipline and they take ownership of road safety. So it is road safety is everybody's business. It is not one person business.
Okay. Thank you. I'll come back to you,
Yes.
Corps Commander. But
Yes.
you are a road safety consultant, Howard, and let's look at the challenges we are having in terms of training and retraining, because we notice that sometimes the drivers we have on the road are really not living up to expectation.
True. You're very correct. Well, I think that was one of the reasons why FRSC sponsored some of their senior staffs to develop countries far back 2008 to do some findings and know the areas they can work on to improve on road safety in Nigeria. That was when they come back with the result to say, we must change the process of driver's license, the process of obtaining driver's license,
Okay.
and the process of obtaining plate numbers. So that was what gave birth to a new plate number and new driver's license. But unfortunately, the implementation has a loophole to an extent.
Is this as a result of the setback being generated by the commission?
Well, I can't really say. I'm not a road safety officer, but all I know is that the senior officers of road safety, they might not be aware of what is going on at the license centers. At the license centers, you have Board of Internal Revenue staffs, you have VIOs, and you have road safety officers. And the people that apply for driver's license, they believe you can get this driver's license at the license center, which is wrong. The first point of call is driving school, where you get trained and get informed ahead of all this crash so that you can avoid this crash happening at the first place. Okay?
Are you by that saying
Prevention
that
is the key.
some of these road crashes are as a result of backdoor certification given by the commission?
Of course. In the developed country, you do theory for like 2-3 months. You sit for exam and pass before you will be allowed to proceed for practical.
Okay, I'll come back to you. How do you respond to that indictment?
Well, I'm going to respond to it and very accurately because it is on the operators. Because it is what the driving school give us based on what they download and put in the system that they are being certified. So if they don't short cycle or cut off the process, we wouldn't know what is happening down there. Because
What do you mean short cycle or cut off the process?
Yes, what I'm saying that, sometimes some persons try to fast track it. I think that's what he's trying to make us to understand.
Which you don't allow, or do
We don't allow. So it is with the operators, because it is what they gave us that we work with. It is the information you give that we work with.
Okay, but are you aware that some of your men are involved in the backdoor certification of
Well,
the
if
license?
they are caught, there are disciplinary measures which has been put in place.
And are you aware that there are gratifications in that process, which is also
Anyone that you see, FRSC is a zero corruption agency. Anyone that is caught compromising the process, that person will be disciplined. If you know anyone, tell me. We'll put the disciplinary measure into place. So I don't like people accusing or making flimsy
statements without evidences.
Yes, with evidence. Come with evidence base. Name the person. That is what we want.
Okay, don't you think it's up to you to take up that responsibility in ensuring that the problem is resolved?
Of course, I am aware that the stakeholders as well, they are doing their bit to make sure they bring this practice, everybody practicing this backdoor racketeering certification and driver's license process, they'll bring them to the sector commander or all other agencies that need to treat the issue. But as I speak with you now, the driving school can actually do little or nothing. Because when you go to the centers, the officers will tell you they are the ones regulating the driving school. So why will you come and be questioning your authority? So you kind of be imbalanced at the end of the day, unless you have that force to really face it. Then before you can proceed to say, okay, this is wrong and what have you. So, but at this junction, I believe a lot will be done to bring the all involved to the office of the sector commander, so that actions can be taken to correct this, because it's eating deep into the system, and this is why we are seeing these road crashes every now and then. You know, hardly before you drive a day without seeing road crash that has just happened, or it's just happening right before you. Every day, you hardly go through newspaper without seeing road crash on dailies. Then on the news, TV news and all that, you hardly watch news without seeing road crash that has just happened. So this is a concern to all of us.
Okay, let's ask you, Corps Commander
Yes.
Henry BENAMAISIA.
Yes.
Under your watch,
Yes.
what are the measures you've deployed to ensure you tackle this aspect of racketeering or bag licensing?
Well, you just telling me this one. I'm just hearing this one because the driving license scheme is tripartite in nature. The VIO, they are involved. The Board of Internal Revenue, they're involved. And road safety is involved. So there's SOP even for the driving schools. So everybody knows what is supposed to do. We after the whole process, the VIO have test. The payment is done to the Board of Internal Revenue. Then you go with the form to FRSC after the signature of the VIO. We are the last point where you come and do the physical capture. So if this process has been truncated without us, without somebody informing us, we wouldn't know. We put our own machinery in place for our own staff.
Okay.
I don't have control over the Board of Internal Revenue.
True.
I don't have control over the VIO, but I have control over my staff.
Oh, yes.
But my staff will not be involved knowing the SOP of their job.
Okay.
In the Board of Internal Revenue.
Okay. Okay, let's extend this conversation.
Yes.
We have issues about articulated vehicles,
Yes.
damaged trucks
Yes.
by companies, that are kept by the sides of the road,
Yes.
that compete with the space on the road. Don't you think that is another end that is not being tackled by your commission or command?
No.
Did you get a question?
Yes, you are talking of articulated vehicles being parked.
Yeah, damaged trucks by
Yes.
roadsides
Yes.
of companies.
Yes.
And I think you must have seen a lot when you were coming to
No,
this place. Now, what is your
No,
command doing
because
under your watch
Okay.
to arrest that ugly incident? Because a lot of crashes come again from that angle.
Sure.
When vehicles are parked, if our attention is called, because our spread is not in every place, but if we find out that there are vehicles being parked, we tow them away from the road. Like as I was coming, I didn't see anyone because I came through
Trucks?
this.
You
Yes,
didn't see any trucks?
I didn't see any trucks.
Okay.
I didn't see any truck because I came through the town. Even when heavy-duty trucks are parked on the road, we find as much as possible to get the owners through their vehicle plate number and call their attention. If they need to transload, they transload, then we tow it off the road. Like on Saturday, what we've done, even in our, because we found out that we've been having some issues around our, we went to that community and talked to the community leaders, the Hausa community, the chairman of the Hausa community in Ao, so they should park their vehicle properly off the road. That if they park on the road, we are going to tow them off. So that sensitization is also going on. Because a lot of persons, they are not aware. And you must know that you need a very big, heavy-duty trucks to tow this vehicle. But if they are loaded, it is very, very difficult to tow them. You ensure that they have to transload, then you can take them off. But when you talk about leading to crashes, any person that parks his vehicle on the road and it causes crashes, if we are not, when we get aware, the person will be held responsible for it. But if we are aware, we are called, we tow them off the road.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, what do you have to say in that respect?
Well, you are talking of indiscriminate parking. Okay, I think prevention is the key. It is only when these drivers are informed ahead of time that they can be able to apply it on the road. Most of these drivers of cars or articulated vehicles, riders, and what have you, to a large extent, they have not been embracing training and retraining. It is only when you are informed that you can be able to apply it on the road. Most of these things happen as a result of ignorance.
So companies are supposed to enlist their drivers for retraining?
For retraining, not just ceremonial training. Most of the trainings going on at the, you know, FRSC, most of these organizations, most of them are ceremonial training. They ought to employ capable hands to train them on the common causes of road crashes, road signs, the do's and the don'ts in driving school.
Okay.
So when we apply this preventive measure, it will reduce this road crash to the barest minimum.
Okay, thank you. In case you just joined me, it's TMI Tuesday. We are looking at addressing road crashes, and we have the Edo State Sector Commander of the FRSC, Corps Commander Henry BENAMAISIA, and also a road safety consultant, HAWARD AIGBEKAN. Corps Commander, let's also look at what, because a lot of viewers who are motorists are watching, and they don't know, but what should they expect, or what should they do that will be seen as safe driving before they embark on the roads? And what do they expect when they are stopped for checking?
Okay. Before you embark on any journey, you check your vehicle, because we have what we call the money parade. The fan belt, the oil, the water level, the wiper now that it's raining, then your lighting system, and ensure that you have your vehicle papers with you. You need to check your tires also if they are well gauged before you embark on.
Do you have sanctions for all this?
Yes,
if they are not?
We have sanctions. Oh. Yes, we have sanctions. That is why from, he talked on training, but you must know that we have retraining and recertification for companies.
Okay, retraining and recertification for companies.
Which we do on a yearly basis. Okay. But when you talk of coming to driving school capture just those people who want to learn how to drive. Okay. But for those persons who have been driving,
they don't capture their retraining.
They don't. No, it's not their own purview.
It's not a purview.
No, it's not their own purview.
Retrain.
No. Okay. It's not their purview.
Okay.
Yes, it is ours to train and to even recertify some companies.
How often do you do this?
We do this every year.
Once in a year?
Yes, once a year we do it. And apart from that, those people who know the importance of training, once they apply to us, we also train them. Okay. Apart from the public enlightenment and sensitization, which we normally do always, even on the radio, on the air, and the park, because we ensure that every week we visit fleet operators. Like we go to Big Joe Park, Amiosa, most of them,
Okay.
every week.
Okay,
To
thank
visit
you.
them, talk to them.
Okay, thank
talk
you.
to the
Quickly,
public.
quickly before I let you go,
Yes.
we have this challenge whenever we are on the King Square.
Yes.
You know, the roundabout.
Yes.
Now, a lot of persons really don't know how to drive on these
Yes.
spots.
Yes.
You know, because what's the right way? Is it not to keep to the left?
You keep to the left.
Or how is it done?
Keep to the left. Keep to the left. But you must know that the problem which we have is that a lot of persons are indisciplined,
Okay.
impatient, intolerant. These three vices, they are what we've noted within Edo State. That most of the persons that drive, even those persons that have been so trained, they don't drive defensively. When they come on the road, maybe because of the mindset, maybe they've been having some altercation with their wife or their family.
Okay.
You see that it also being transferred to the way they drive.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Your final words on this, Howard AIGBEKAN. Well, I will advise the general public to embrace proper training. You know, you take your own life as your responsibility, because the system, to a large extent, might not, you know, force you to do.
Okay.
Okay, but as far as your life does not have photocopy, does not have duplicate, just take responsibility and give yourself proper training before you engage the road, so that you will know the rules and regulations for your own self.
Okay, thank you very much for taking part to be on this presentation. Big thanks, Henry BENAMAISIA, Corps Commander, for taking our time to be part of this. Well, this is why we call it a close on this segment. It's the TMI. Stay with me.